this because I always forget to do that. Sorry, Adonis. All right, so it is Friday, and you know what that means. Let's start with some high fives. Let's put some gratitude out into the world, and then we will get back to Mega Camp Ahas real quick. I want to hear from yesterday. So, what do we got, guys? What do we got? Who's got a high five?
I do. I'm grateful I get to see all the awesome agents in the office today at the brewery.
Woo! Who's going to Knott Hill? All right. That is available only for Mega Camp attendees. So you did have to be registered to Mega Camp in order to go to that. But I am really looking forward to seeing all of you there. Who else? Thank you, Chris.
Hi, Dan. It's Fiona. Hi, how are you? So I'd just like to say I'm so happy with Robert every time I come into the office, to the market center. He's so smiley and positive and just creates like a great vibe. So I'm just grateful that he's part of our family.
That must just be you, because when I walk into the office, he just looks at me. He gives me this look like, what are you doing? No, I'm kidding. Awesome. Thank you, Fiona. Where's Robert? Is Robert on the call? We should make this like a tag, right? Like if somebody names you, you have to then name something, right? All right, who else has some gratitude this morning?
Hey, I'm really, really thankful for Mega Camp. First one, and it was really awesome.
I'm thankful for your t-shirt. Look at that t-shirt.
David, love that t-shirt, David. I'm jealous. I got to get one.
You could have gotten them for a discount when you registered for Mega Camp.
Yeah,
I'm actually, I'd love to.
Carlos is wearing it too.
Yeah, but mine just says never settle.
Ah.
I couldn't afford to pay for the rest of it. Anyways, I want to say a random high five to April, who every time she says anything to me, she makes me feel really pumped up. I saw her in the call a couple seconds ago, and now she's not there anymore. But anyways, April.
She's here.
She's here.
There she is.
Awesome. Thank you, Carlos. All right, who else has some gratitude?
I would like to share something.
Sure, Lisa.
So having worked for a different company for 37 years that had a completely different approach and attitude to both business and the world in general, I can't tell you how proud I am to be with Keller Williams. And one specific thing comes to mind, aside from Mega Camp and all the positivity and just the empowerment. This recent vote on IALC to equity is just powerful, and I am so thankful to be here.
You know, I find it interesting. It's I got a text message the other day because the IALC, what we saw yesterday at Mega Camp was recorded, obviously, right? That actually happened last week. But it was interesting that I got a text from a couple agents that I've been talking to that with kind of snarky remarks being like, so what does equity opportunities for all even mean? And I was like, they're almost joking about the fact that we actually that we did that, right? And that just kind of clarified two things for me, right? Number one, that I'm definitely with the company that I need to be with, and number two, those agents just are not the right kind of fit. And unfortunately, there are people in the world that are like that, right? They don't get it. Even the Inman article today that came out said how adding equity opportunities for all to our belief system was I'm trying to remember the exact word they used. It was kind of like they were kind of saying how it's more of just, we're just kind of putting it out there for the sake of putting it out there, right? It's more of a, what's the word I'm looking for here, guys? Anybody want to help me out? It's fluff, right? It's just there for the sake of being there, right? And they don't really, and those are and so to read that in Inman made me realize people just don't get it. Our belief system isn't just something we put on a wall, right? It's not something that we just put in a book. It's no, that's how we actually operate, right? So thank you, Lisa, because and thank you for saying that, because I've felt that since I've joined this company, and that's what I know our leadership team is trying to put out to the market center and create that culture and that environment here. So I thank you for being a part of that, and recognizing that, because it's easy to lose that from time to time. Nice, Steve. Nice. All right. Who else has some gratitude? Great morning for gratitude. I love these so far.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can, Steve, but you're gonna have to
My-
speak
my
louder
mic-
because your mic is being all weird.
My mic is being weird, but if you can hear me, I want to say I'm grateful for Fiona. Fiona took the time a couple weeks ago, committed time to come and sit down with me and make a list about agents that she wanted to refer to us to build her profit share pipeline. She takes it seriously, and very quickly, within a week or two, it resulted in one of those names joining us. So she's doing a great job. She gets it. She understands what profit share is, and she sees the value. I ask all of you, make appointments with your team leaders and sit down and do that exact same thing. There could be some names there that you don't even really realize that you can refer. So it's a powerful thing.
Awesome. I second that.
Yeah.
All right. Who else has some gratitude? All right. If nobody else has some gratitude, who's got some ahas? I had a ton of ahas from yesterday. Who's got some Mega Camp ahas from yesterday that they want to share?
I do.
All right, Sherry Lee.
And I can do this. That would be good, right?
There you go.
That I was in the session about breaking down the big the one thing, and the domino, the domino thing. And
Love
so
those guys. Yep.
finally I kept putting time blocking was my one thing I had to do, time blocking, and I realized that's too big. So I just set the timer, and last night the timer went off and I had to sit for 15 minutes and time block for today. And I've already accomplished so much. I'm really grateful for that one little thing about the domino, that when we do it, we usually pick the 18th domino instead of the first domino.
Because
So
it's
that-
easy, or because it's right?
If the result, you have to keep going one more step further.
Love
You're
it. Love it.
And I did put something in the chat if people would look at it. It's not my daughter, it's not my listing, but and that's a little ouch for me, but it's my daughter's house, and it's really, really imperative that it sell quickly. So I put it there. So if anybody has any buyers in their pipeline, thank you.
It's a great location, Garner Street.
She's already had 5 viewings.
Awesome.
It went on yesterday, but
Nice. All right. Who else has an aha from yesterday? Jennifer Davis.
Yeah, so it's just from Mega Camp in general. As soon as I started with it, getting hyped up watching the first day with Gary Keller, it sort of put my whole mind, my whole body, my whole world into a way of attracting business. And over the past 3 days, my business has just increased tremendously. So many leads, and I'm going on a listing presentation today, just out of the blue, I feel it's from Mega Camp. So
Awesome. What you
was great.
focus on expands, right?
That's right.
Love it.
So thank you.
All right. Nothing? Nobody else? No other ahas?
I got one for you.
All right.
So to those of you who know me, I have always suffered with imposter syndrome when it comes to real estate. And usually when I come away from family reunion, the Mega Camp, but these conventions, I come back with oh my God, I got all these ideas. There's so many things that I want to do. But this time I had a really different takeaway. Even on day one, I think it was the first person that interview that Gary showed, he said that it was not about an external competition, that it was like an internal challenge to yourself of self-mastery. And every session that I sat in, which I thought was going to be like, oh, I'm going to learn so much. Every session that I sat in, I was like, oh, but I know that. Oh, I know that too. No, and I know what to do. And I am doing that. Oh yeah, I'm doing that too. And it's like, oh, I just got to get better at it now. Like it's actually, and that's exciting that you can have that confidence. You're like, oh wait, I do know what I'm doing. And now I can just go out there and like really crush it and take it to the next level.
You know, I love that, Marissa. And I always point this out to people, right? I don't know if most people, everybody sees millionaire real estate agent, right? But most people forget about that little section at the top, right? It's not about the money. It's about being the best you can be, right? So I love that this year's mega camp, they really focused on kind of like everyday agents. So Steve and I yesterday got to, this is Steve and I in my office, wearing our masks all day, so we could be in the same room together for, because leadership had a long day of stuff yesterday. So we have some awesome things coming your way, just so you all know. But you know, we were talking about how this was the first mega camp where it wasn't about the Ben Kinneys and the Bob Lucidos and the guys selling thousands of homes a year. It was kind of like the everyday agent, right? Who was just doing something at an incredibly high level and therefore running a huge business, right? So I love that. I love that aha, Marissa, because every single one of you knows what you should be doing, right? You have the knowledge. You know, it's there. It's a question of, you know, are we doing those things every day? Are we being consistent? Are we thinking about how we can do them at a higher level, right? I love that aha, Marissa. That's awesome. Who else? Any others?
So I have one.
Of course you do, Donna. Thank you.
I actually have a bunch, but
only one. Only one.
I will piggyback on Marissa's though. I love that, Marissa. That's fantastic. But here's the one that I heard, and it's something that we all know. And yet when I heard it said, I was like, boom, that is absolutely it. And we were talking about script practicing. And it said the reason why you need to practice your scripts and know them and internalize them is so you can actually listen to what your customers are saying. I was like, boosh, of course.
That's
you're not
huge.
thinking about what you're about to say. You know what you're going to say. It frees up the mind space to hear them.
I love that.
Me too.
I love that. So how did you, were any of you guys able to check out the script competition? I know a lot of you missed it Monday night, but what about the one that was Wednesday night?
It was totally cool.
Right?
Totally cool.
Any of you confident to do that? Steve and I were talking about it. We're going to do a script competition, script tournament, objection handler tournament. Who's down? Let me see a raise of hands. I got 1, I got 2, I got 3, I got 4, I got 5. That's it, 5 people?
Come on, Stephen Pratt. Raise your hand, Stephen Pratt. You're awesome.
I love it. I love it. What if we put like a really big prize in there for the winner? Any other takers? Like a really big prize? No? Okay. All right.
John.
We'll be figuring out how and when we're gonna do that, but keep an eye out for that. All right, real quick, we got to get to Marty Miller and we got to get to Bill.
Oh, Dan, can I say something?
Yes, absolutely, Kathleen.
Speaking of Marty Miller was in my huddle. And when I popped in to say something and I said, well, I'm from Norwalk, Connecticut, blah, blah, blah. Marty puts in the chat box, oh, hi, Kathleen, I'm from Norwalk. My sister lives in Norwalk. So I was like kind of fangirling, no lie here, but I wrote to Marty and I'm like, oh, that, you know, and we kind of went back and forth, but he said, oh, he would love the opportunity to come and teach and train in our region and see his sister. So feel free to introduce me to the leaders in your region. And so I'm going to send an email to you and Steve and introduce Marty to us. And I told him how much he's helped our market center. And there's so many of us and we watch him every single morning since COVID. So I think he was really happy about that. And I'm no lie, I'm a fangirl too. So
You were crushing on him, huh, Kathleen?
Crushing on him, Marty Miller.
Love it. I love it. Yeah, we've actually we Adonis actually brought Marty on this call. What was that, like a month and a half, 2 months ago? Adonis?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be great. We're looking, as soon as we kind of, now that we have kind of a better handle on things, as soon as we're able to really put people in a room together again.
Not hearing.
We have plans for bringing people kind of back for trainings and things like that. So, all right.
Well, just know his sister is local. So
Love it. Love it. Awesome. All right. Let's do your mortgage minute now before we get to the town hall. How's that sound?
That sounds great. I'll be quick.
All right.
Just wanted to let you guys know that with COVID, there were some changes that were made, and they caused maybe some confusion or some wondering of why things are happening. But the bottom line is, we have to verify income the day before or day of closing. And so there's no way around that last minute rush, because we can't do it 3 days before. It's too soon. We're trying to contact people lined up, let them know the closing is going to happen, and we're going to call on that day, make things as easy as possible. But there's no way around it. And it's not a matter of us not being prepared. It's just the world we're living in today. So wanted you guys to understand why that's happening.
Yeah. So stop yelling at Bill. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not his fault.
Exactly.
Stop yelling at Bill.
When do we get the actual clear to close then, Bill?
Well, you have a clear to close, but it's, you have a clear to close, but if the person's not working anymore, they're not going to be able to close.
Okay.
But it's a week period usually, right?
Awesome. Thank you, Bill.
Yep.
All right. Town hall. Let's go. Who's got new listings coming up? Let's start with listings. Anybody have any new listings coming on the market in the next week or so that they want to tell us all about?
I have
a
Dan.
listing.
Fiona.
So it's an amazing listing at 322 Thornridge Drive in Stamford. 4 beds, 3 full baths, 1 acre flat lot. So there's room for a pool. And I listed at a super low price of $724,900. Coming live 24th. I've already set 3 appointments.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Congratulations, Fiona. All right. Who else? Just unmute yourself. I can't see everybody.
Morning, Dan. It's Kim.
Hey, Trombas. Where's your
How are
husband?
you?
Why didn't he wave to me this morning?
Oh,
The
I
Trombas-
know,
the
right?
Trombas and I are going to be neighbors soon. I just realized that today.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. So I'm going to, my closing is set. Well, it's not set yet, but we're going to be closing in the next couple of weeks.
That's
And I'm gonna be
awesome.
moving into one of my, into my 2-family in Norwalk, which happens to be right around the corner from where the Trombas live. I just
Oh my
realized
God, I love that.
'cause I saw
love
Mike
that.
on the road as I was driving to it to drop some
That's so
stuff off.
funny. He was probably not caffeinated enough to notice.
Yeah.
So
All right, what do you got, Kim?
Okay, so coming on market today, we have it's a single family, but it's in a 2-family zone. So this is why it's important to bring your investors. It's $399 on Lincoln Avenue, 19 Lincoln Avenue in Sono. It was converted to a single family by the current owner. It could easily be changed to a 2-family. A 2-family actually a 3-family just sold on Lincoln Avenue for $500,000. It actually over 500. It went crazy over asking bidding war. So this is a huge investor opportunity. We own a 2-family across the street. It's a great location. So anyway, bring your investors. We're on the market, active next Wednesday, but coming soon today.
And what's the price? What's the details?
$399. $399. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but could be converted into a 2-up, 2-down.
Nice.
Right now, it's getting $2,600 in rent, but that could obviously increase if you split it up into a 2-family.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Trombas.
Thank you.
Fiona, I forgot to put your details in the chat. So if you wouldn't mind just putting your listing details in the chat, that would be awesome for everybody.
I have a listing.
Jennifer Davis.
Yes, I have a listing on 3 Lincoln Avenue. Yeah, I sold it to him years ago and it was a wreck. So he has redone it. It's beautiful inside. It's it's going for $600,000. It's 1,542 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, and the attic can be converted into a 2-bedroom apartment. Let's see. So The kitchen is all redone with stainless steel appliances. It's a beautiful house. It may be a little overpriced, but he wants to do a test. So we're testing everything for everybody. We're going to see if this 2-bedroom house will sell for $600,000.
You say 2 or 3?
Well, it's a 2-bedroom with the attic that can be converted to a 2-bedroom apartment.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Who else? Any other listings? All right, buyers. Who's got buyers that they cannot find a house for?
I do.
All right, Jennifer Davis.
So I have these buyers who are looking for a ranch in the, I don't know what area of Norwalk that Creeping Hemlock is in, but around that area of Norwalk. What neighborhood is that?
That's West Rocks.
Yeah, over by West Rock, somewhere over there. They'd like a ranch.
Like the Wolf Pit, West Rocks area. I mean, different people call it different things, but yeah.
I don't know if Wolf Pit is over there, but West Rocks definitely is over there. So they're looking for something like under 650 price range, ranch with like 3 bedrooms, bathrooms, something that doesn't need a whole lot of work, but they're kind of willing to do some work.
All right.
Okay.
Awesome. Who else? Any other buyer needs? Steve, I got to tell you, I mean, I think we're going to be in trouble. I mean, we don't have people with buyers. We don't have people with sellers.
But I've got a buyer need.
Oh, Donna, thank God you have a buyer.
Thank God. Okay,
God.
so I have a wonderful couple coming out of the city, of course. They can go up into the very, 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 very low 5s. They're looking for a single family home. New Fairfield, Newtown, Bethel. That's about it. And we've lost out on a number because they want what everybody else is looking for. So we've been involved with the multiple bid situations. There you go. Thank you. Help me.
All right. Thank you, Donna. Who else? Any other buyer needs? All right. Adonis, what do we have today?
Do we have indeed, Mr. Raposa? Today, Marty's gonna, the local man, Mr. Marty Miller, is gonna go over our Smart Plans applet featuring a shared library.
All right.
Smart Plan library.
Good morning, Keller Williams, and welcome back to the KW Command 66-Day Challenge 4.0. Today is day 57, and with it comes the week of Mega Camp and some exciting releases. So several new things going live this week, including what I'm going to talk to you about today, which is the shared Smart Plan library. So to dive into Smart Plans, you're going to click on the 4th applet down here on the left-hand side. And the tabs should look the same. So you've got My Smart Plans, and then you've got Library. But it's when you click on Library that things change. So you should now see the ability, 1, you have a filter button. 2, as you scroll down, you're going to start seeing top rated for Smart Plans, and then what's new. So what's new includes any Smart Plans that have recently been created and published by Keller Williams agents across the ecosphere. So you have the ability to come in and kind of peruse those, check them out, see what they're all about, right? Next, you can come up and check out the top rated Smart Plans and see those. I will say that my follow-up Smart Plan from day 5 and 6 has already been loaded here. You can find my monthly call plan. And then I've also got the missing email Smart Plan along with the missing phone number Smart Plan. So those are all Smart Plans that we've discussed over the last, 56 days. So feel free to check out any of these Smart Plans. You can always hover over the steps, and then from there, hover over the individual steps to see what's actually included in each one of those steps. From there, you can decide if you'd like to add it to your library. And if so, just click on Add Smart Plan. Once you've kind of taken a look at it, you have the ability to come in and actually rate it anywhere from 1 to 5 stars so that you can provide feedback for other agents that are looking at possibly using those smart plans. Now, if you want to create a smart plan, or if you want to publish a smart plan that you already have, once you come back to your My Smart Plans, you're going to see 2 tabs now. So you'll see People Plans and then Published. So underneath Published, these are the smart plans right now that I have actually published in the library. I can quickly and easily see when I publish them, how many agents are using them, and what my current rating is for those plans. Now, to publish a smart plan, it's as simple as coming into the actual plan and then clicking on the 3 dots on the far right-hand side and clicking on Publish to Library. Now, a couple of things real quick, and I've already seen this start to happen in the library. My recommendation is that if you're going to publish one of your own smart plans, you create a second version of it and you remove all identifying information from you with regards to that smart plan. So, for example, you can see here I have published missing email, right? If you come down, here's my published 66-day challenge, but this is the one that I actually use for my clients. So the published one, I have removed all actual kind of, anything dealing with KW Platinum, my brokerage, or my name. You can always copy a smart plan and then post, make changes to it. But just to kind of give you an idea of what that looks like, let's come in and just say, I'm trying to find, let me just do the test one. I'll come over here and click on Publish to Library. Doesn't have any touches associated with it. All right, so here's one, my Market Center R2 appointment. So I could click on Publish to Library, and it's going to open up a new tab. And basically it'll say, what do you want the plan to be, right? And what is it, the plan name? And I can come in and change the plan name. A description, and realize you have a certain number of characters that will show up on the little tab, and then you could click on See More. So you need to be very direct with what the description is all about. And then it'll actually load the smart plan, and you can make changes from here as well. So I could come in and take out my name on all of these texts if I wanted to. You'll see some best practices down here on the right-hand side. Make sure they are built using merge tags. So instead of saying Marty, I could use agent name, right? So if you were agent first name, if you were planning on building out this exact smart plan, which you wouldn't, this is just an example, instead of putting in your name, put in agent first name. You can also put in team name, right? So if it's with Keller Williams, you could put in with blank team at Keller Williams if you were on a team, anything along those lines. So just best to kind of scrub it from any of your personal information. Don't include personal links. Here it is, right? Do not include personal information. There's also a help article, an answers article here. So if you click on learn more, you'll get taken into an entire answers.kw.com article on the best practices for publishing a smart plan, which is super helpful. So that's it for today, guys. I'm really looking forward to seeing the development of this library, seeing even more content be loaded by agents across the US and of course across the globe, and kind of check out what's available from other agents. So that's today. It's day 1 of Mega Camp, but day 57 of the 66-day challenge. Hope everyone's going to have an amazing Mega Camp week. And as always, I'll look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Well, these are some uncertain times when...
No, they're not. We're not in uncertain times, right? All right. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around and hanging with us for Marty. Adonis, what do we have? What can everybody look forward to all weekend? Like to really, the weekends are tough, right?
Just something to get them through.
Yeah, just something to get them through the weekend,
Well, we're going to be creating an email template and designs on Monday. So stay tuned for that. Donna's excited about that.
I am too.
It's feeling like a Donna summer every summer.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us this Friday. Let's go out there and sell some houses and have a wonderful, amazing weekend. All right. It is definitely getting to be fall out there. So take advantage of this weather while we got it. For winter's here. It'll be here sooner than you think. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.